David Connor on the phone with Charlie Mahalik, who is Thirst No More's field coordinator for Darfur, Sudan. Charlie, how are things progressing in Darfur?
So, David, things right now in Darfur are a little tenuous with security issues, and while there's never always completely safe, it seems to be a little worse right now than what it has been in the past.
For those of us who've been involved in this work for the past 3 or 4 years, it seems hard to believe that we're really ready to start drilling for water in Darfur. What are the next steps you'll take in making this happen?
David, right now we're procuring a shipper to truck our drilling rig and our shipping containers into El Fasher. They will be accompanied by a UN convoy going to the same area. So that's going to keep our equipment safe while it travels out.
You mentioned the security situation there in Darfur. How do you think that's going to affect your deployment of our drilling equipment?
We go through a lot of security issues every day. We have a pre-planning meeting before we even go out to the field, and we carry with us our satellite phones for emergency. We also notify UN security personnel of our location of where we will be. We're in contact with those people also while we're out in the field. Another thing that happens, which is really interesting, is that the villagers themselves take a great stake in what we're doing, because the water, bringing fresh water to their village, is such a huge need. The villagers will do their best to protect our personnel on the ground and also our equipment. So they actually have guards on that sort of thing while we're there.
Our drilling rig gets to Darfur. You pick the location. The UN helps us get there to drill. Tell us how you go about installing a water well.
There's literally hundreds of villages that want us to come install water wells in their areas. And so what we have to do is that we have to analyze each village individually and truly determine the greatest need. And, you know, it's so hard to do because all the needs are great. So we want to first locate villages where, if there's health problems, we will go to these villages first and help bring in clean drinking water to help alleviate some of those health issues that they're having.
So in the process of picking or selecting the place to drill, you're going to really go to the villages that need water the most.
They're all so needy. It's almost overwhelming to even pick out which one you're going to do first, because they're all so needy. If we can, we're going to get the worst possible location with the greatest need.
Have you determined yet exactly how many wells per month or per year that you can drill in Darfur?
Yes, David, I think with our drilling rig, we will be able to drill 2 wells per week. That's in ideal circumstances. However, what we need to do is that we need to have a supply chain put together to keep us in parts and pipes and pump heads and cement to do all that. We'll drill most of our wells, from the information that we have from repairing these pumps these last few years, are 250 feet deep. So each well will be approximately 250 feet deep. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that we will set the pump in the ground 250 feet. It could actually be set at 170 feet, 180 feet, somewhere in that area. It will vary on each new well that we dig.
If we multiply that times 4 weeks a month, that's 8 wells. What you're saying is that there must be a continuous supply of parts from the Port of Sudan to the area of Darfur to make your operation work correctly.
Also included in that is cement, which is very expensive. One bag of cement in El Fasher costs around $45.
And that really points to the problem that we face in providing more water in Darfur, is that if we buy at retail all the pipe and concrete and pump parts that we need, we're going to be paying big prices for that. How do we avoid this problem?
One example is one section of pipe in Darfur costs $30. We can get the same section of pipe in India for $8 for a 10-foot section. So if you're talking about ordering 2,000 10-foot sections of pipe, and the cost on it versus what you can buy it for here in Sudan, plus having it shipped into Sudan, the savings is incredible.
The listeners to this call might ask the obvious, and that is, well, if it's so much less expensive, why don't you do it that way?
That's a great question, and there's one simple answer to it. All it takes is money.
Give us an idea of the dollars we need to ship these parts and pipe into Darfur once a year.
For around $120,000, that would keep us with a great supply of parts that we need to sustain our drilling operation. And not only our drilling operation, but also our pump repair operation.
And our pump repair operation is going to keep on going while we're drilling wells, isn't it?
There will always be a need to repair pumps, and so we will, once we're out in the field drilling wells, we will have another team out doing pump repairs in the same general vicinity of where we're drilling at. Yeah, we want to be as effective as we possibly can and use our donors' money as wisely as we possibly can.
$120,000 is needed to keep us from paying retail prices for this pipe and equipment, and also provide a continuous supply so our schedule can go on. We can keep repairing these pumps. We can drill 2 new wells a week and provide some relief for the suffering people in Darfur.
That's exactly right, David.
Keep us posted on your progress in drilling new wells, and let us know when that happens, okay?
Thank you, David. We sure will.
You've just heard that hundreds of villages in Darfur do not have a source of water. That means that disease and sickness in these villages is running rampant. Because of the lack of security, it also means that the ones that are being sent for water in Darfur are young children. Now imagine sending your 5, 6, or 7-year-old child alone on a donkey riding through the desert looking for water. The solution is to provide more wells, so there's no need for people to leave the safety of their village. As Thirst No More commences this drilling operation in Darfur, if we are forced to pay retail prices for all the pipe and pump parts that we need, it severely limits the number of wells that we can provide. We must buy this equipment offshore and ship it directly into Darfur. Please give online or call us at Thirst No More for more information. Together we can make a difference in Darfur, one drop, one well, one life at a time.